Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. My name is Mary Yang, and I am an assistant professor of art of graphic design at Boston University College of Fine Arts School of Visual Arts. I am sharing this presentation today from Boston, Massachusetts, which is that of the Wampanoag and the Massachusetts people. I am the co-founder, along with my colleague Jongkai Lee, of Radical Characters, which is a study group and curatorial project that explores the relationship between design and culture in the Chinese and Chinese American community. We started Radical Characters in 2021 with the goal of wanting to create space for highlighting and celebrating Chinese and Chinese American artists and designers. We hope to co-build history and community by creating new dialogues through educational experiences. Each of our projects is informed by Hanzi, which means Chinese character, and extends into the forms of exhibitions, publications, lectures, and workshops. Today, I'd like to share about our first project, which we initiated in December 2021, that continues to guide and inform our projects today. Some guiding questions that inform the work that we do. In what ways can designers use Chinese typography as a point of inquiry to learn, innovate, and study graphic design from a non-linear approach? How can exhibition making and exhibition design serve as a tool for graphic design education and cultural dialogue? What does it look like to create space for cultural exchange through studying design, language, and typography? As mentioned, each one of our projects is informed by a Chinese character. So our first project, which was an exhibition, we decided on the Chinese character Hui. Hui means to return, to turn around, to circle, or to reply. This character was interesting in that it was a literal square within a square written with lines that run parallel with one another. It embodies and contains itself within a symmetric form. We were drawn to how this character could result in multiple interpretations. Our research assistant, Danielle Chang, mapped out potential definitions, interpretations, and connections through a mind map with Hui at the center. We decided to name the exhibition Radical Return and put out an international call for submissions. Radical Return urged participants to consider a path they seek to retrace as Chinese or Chinese American artists and designers. We were intentional in inviting those who self-identify as Chinese or Chinese American. We were also interested in exploring what a grid looks like beyond a traditional grid used for drawing Chinese type. Our call included this grid here, which is a page that was the Hui character itself, a square page with a square within it. We prompted participants to use Hui as a grid, visually and conceptually, to frame their response to the exhibition theme. We received over 75 submissions from 7 countries all around the world. The exhibition featured 36 Chinese and Chinese American artists and graphic designers who explored acts of return through language, tradition, memory, identity, and history. This group of artists worked across a range of media to embrace, challenge, and expand what it means to return in their artistic practice in relation to their positions in the world today. The exhibition opened up a collective space to probe societal traditions and cultures. Radical Character acknowledges that the works by no means form a complete picture of the multifaceted and complex narratives experienced by Chinese and Chinese American designers, but rather shape an in-progress collection site for building knowledge through the exchange of graphic design and culture. In the Chinese language, there is a category of 437 words that are related to women. Here, Igor Zhang explores a speculative new word, qu, to reinsert the missing feminist genderqueer narratives in the present and for the future. Datalist Guanning Li's work aims to trace their sense of familiarity with practicing calligraphy by retracing the stroke sequence while exaggerating the start, hold, wield, end of each stroke. The exaggeration acts as the reclamation of past memory and past experiences, as well as their personal interpretation of the traditional methodology of practicing calligraphy as it relates to Western pedagogy. Cecily Lee interprets a ripple effect through the character Hui as the inner square stroke pushes out to make another square stroke as a response. The fluctuation occurs from inside out and outside in until it reaches equilibrium. It was important to us to present the work in both the East and the West. We worked with BU Art Galleries in Boston and ISA Gallery in Shanghai, China, in parallel to place the works in conversation with one another, through the curatorial plan and exhibition design, within each gallery and across the 2 countries and time zones. At BU Art Galleries, the exhibition serves as an educational space, displaying the works by the artists and the research that informed Hui, the exhibition theme. The works are sequenced in conversation with one another. Education materials such as Chinese graphic design and typography books sit at the center of the gallery space on a square table, encouraging visitors to participate in the learning process. The gallery lightbox window at BU Art Galleries features our large mind map that made conceptual connections to acts of returning. Technically, the show was open all day due to the 13-hour time difference. At night, the window was activated by a lightbox and directed the viewer's attention to Is a Gallery. As one gallery closes for the day, the other one opens. At Is a Gallery, the works were displayed on the ground, creating a maze-like path that encouraged visitors to create their own path through the gallery. This gave viewers the option to view the work from any direction and to make their own connections among the works, tracing their individual path around the work, as well as returning back to their initial position in the gallery. Through Radical Return, we were able to host artist talks, student class visits, and receptions to encourage dialogue, cultural exchange, and a collective learning in both galleries. As a way to document the exhibitions and to further extend the work, we published this 162-page bilingual catalog with the artist's work and statements, as well as additional commissioned essays. The square format of the book allowed us to examine the book as a symmetric object for translating between the Chinese and English texts. This past summer, Radical Return traveled to Venice, Italy, to A+A Gallery as a part of a group show, Figure, Character, Sign. We had the opportunity to launch our catalog with a new audience. We continue to build this community of collective learning with artists and designers through hosting workshops and attending art book fairs to share our work and publications. I'd like to thank everyone who has been involved in creating this community, from the artists, writers, designers, editors, educators, translators, and photographers, to everyone who has participated and shared our work. Thank you.